Hello, my name is Jaden Rios. I go to Delta. I run cross country and I also do track. And I'm gonna start off with this little story. So basically, in communication, they teach you that the first time you meet somebody, you come into contact with somebody, your mind starts making an idea of who they are and stuff, and that's where you get your first impressions from, even before you even speak to them. And so basically, in my English class, I remember I sat next to this girl, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was cute. And then I remember I was just looking at her rings and I was like, oh yeah, she must like jewelry and stuff and all that. And I never even knew who she was. I never even spoken to her. And then I remember I asked her if she wanted to hang out. And honestly, at this time, I thought she was totally out of my league and stuff. And then she said yes, she was down to hang out. And I told my mom, I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, why would she even want to hang out with me? Like, why is she even giving me the time or day? And I remember she told me, she was like, well, she might want to go hang out with you because, you know, she might be interested in you as well. And then I kind of started reflecting about what I was learning in the class. They talk about you first meet somebody, and if you want to continue to build off of the relationship, the person's going to want to hang out with you more, and they're going to want to talk to you more. So I started thinking about that, and that completely like changed my entire view on the whole situation as a whole. And I was like, you know what, maybe I do got a chance. And, you know, things are going pretty things are going pretty good right now, I guess. Yeah, things are going pretty good right now. So I mean, yeah, I'm all hooked a lot of that. But basically, so 70% of people are scared of taking interpersonal communication. And now honestly, the first time I read that, I thought, wow, that's actually kind of crazy, because I remember picking this class and not even like looking at it and just saying, oh yeah, I need this class, I'm gonna take it, without even thinking about it. I had no clue that 70% of people were actually like had fear of taking the class. Well, basically, today I'm gonna today I'll be going over my 5 tips for being successful in interpersonal communication. And so my number one tip I want to talk about is just, this is number one. You gotta be ready to work with new people and interact with new people, because that is literally what all impersonal communication is all about. It's about talking to somebody, whether it's like one-on-one or maybe one or two more people. That is the whole entire backbone of this freaking class. Is you got to be ready to talk to people. If you're gonna go into this class thinking, oh yeah, I'm just gonna lay low and just do my own thing and do the work, it's not gonna happen like that. You cannot. I hate to say, but you cannot be introverted in this class. You can kind of you know, be like chill and quiet, but like at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to talk to people if you want to be successful in here. So that's my number one. And my number two is pretty simple. It's kind of just building off this first one. You just gotta show up. You just gotta show up to class and just pay attention. That's number two. Honestly, it could make a case for being number one, because like showing up to class is pretty essential. Like if you're not showing up, you're not gonna go nowhere. You can only do so much from home, but actually showing up, you're gonna learn a lot from the professor. You're actually gonna learn. In my opinion, I actually learned a lot from the people that I was in class with. Like, even besides Dr. Graham, I learned a lot from the people that I was just in class with, seeing every day. So showing up to class is definitely going to be a huge help for you, and it's going to make sure you're successful in the class and everything. And then number three is to watch all the videos that are given with the module quizzes, because those videos are going to give you the entire, like, besides the guided notes are very important too, but I feel like going into the class, unless you really hear Dr. Graham emphasizing it, you're going to see the videos and be like, oh yeah, no, I just looked at the notes, the videos, who cares about the videos? I already have my notes done and stuff. But no, the videos are also going to have a huge effect on the module quizzes. And most of the quizzes are just asking you straight up stuff about the videos, which the guided notes are very important, but I feel like a lot of people might be undermining the videos when they first see it, because honestly, I actually made that same mistake. The very beginning of class, I remember the first couple, like the first module quiz was just easy stuff, but the second one was when it was an actual like legit work. I remember seeing the videos and I was like, oh yeah, I already took the notes. I don't need to watch those videos, because I was like, oh yeah, no, this is going to take up way too much time. I already got my notes. I'm just going to do the quiz. But then I didn't even get on that quiz. And then after that, I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to start watching the videos, because it's worth watching them for. And then my fourth recommendation is have the book. The book is going to be important. Even if, like, okay, so I didn't even have to pay for the book, but even if you have to pay for the book, it's going to be a huge, like, it's honestly, it's literally just essential to the class. Like, it's needed for the entire class. It's pretty self-explanatory. You need the book if you want to do anything in this class. I mean, there's an online book too, so you don't even have to have the physical copy. But yeah, you're definitely gonna need that. And then my fifth and final recommendation is also pretty simple. My fifth recommendation is just be ready. Okay, so honestly, switching from high school to college, like during high school, I remember, I'm gonna admit it, I would just show up to class, you know, like, oh, the teacher's talking and talking, just hand me the work and I'll do it and I'll just be done so I could just go home. But honestly, being in this class, it's not like, people don't really talk about it enough, but communication is happening all the time. Like, no matter where you're at, simply walking into a room is just communicating so many different things to the people in that room. And communication is so, like, important to everyday life, and it's going to be important to you and what you do in life and, like, your future. Like, looking for a career. Okay, I'll put it into an example. If you show up to an interview, you know, you show up with, like, a white t-shirt and just standard jeans and stuff, the employer's going to be like, oh yeah, like, this guy doesn't even, in their mind, they're going to tell themselves, they're going to be like, oh yeah, this guy doesn't even know how to dress. Wow, like, let's just get this interview over with. Like, you're not going to get this job dressing like this all the time. So yeah, that's just simple communication right there. Just understanding that is going to have a huge impact on your life. So basically, what we learned today was the 5 tips, which is be ready to meet new people, show up to class and pay attention, watch all the videos on the module quiz, and then 4, have your book on hand at all times. Then 5 is just be ready to just learn everything from this class and take it on forward. And don't be part of that 70% that's scared to take the class, because honestly, this class is not scary at all. I'm not gonna lie. All right. And that's pretty much it.